This is about excess. We're human beings. We like excess. We excess with food. We have too much social media, too much violence, too many conflicts, too much sugar, too much fats, too much carbon dioxide, too much heat on the planet. It's all about excess. So how do we manage that? It's about input and outputs. If excess is input, then something comes out of it, out of our bodies, out of society, out of the world. We get overweight, we have wars, we have disease, we have climate change. That's the output. So what do we do with that? We put band-aids. We send the Red Cross and Doctors Without Borders and the UN to do what? To desperately help people that were hurt by our excess as a human species. How does that make sense? We eat too much food, we get overweight, we get disease. What do? We go to the hospital and get medications on top of everything else. So now we have to manage the excess of the food because we didn't fix that one. And we have to continue processing that, and we add the medications on top. Violence, child abuse. The input is child abuse, okay? The output is children that are stressed, traumatized, suicidal, become parents, and what do? They have PTSD and they abuse their children. How does that make sense? It's input and output. And what we do is we put too much excess on the input, we see the output and we react to it, and we add band-aids. Where is the root cause analysis? Where is the systematic approach of the human species to fix the excess? Fix the why. Why do we have this excess? So we have too much food because there's no policy, true policy on food that is good for human beings. The policy is driven by the businesses. So it's not good for human beings, it's good for businesses. It doesn't matter how independent those agencies are or those professional organizations providing guidelines. They're not independent. They're not working for the good of humans, they're working for the good of business. The war, it's historical trauma. The excess is stuff that has not been dealt with for centuries, maybe sometimes millennia. Trauma goes into violence, goes into more trauma, goes into revenge mode. Everyone is stressed. No one can take a step back and think, how do we manage this? And then climate change, we keep making plastic. We know it's not good. We keep producing the excess on the planet. The CO2s, the cows, the factories, the incinerations, the gas cars. Yes, there is advocacy and political approach to this. Are we really solving it? I still have to trash plastic because I still have to buy plastic. And it's really hard not to. I buy bulk as much as I can, but that doesn't solve everything. I still buy toothpaste, and the tube, I don't know what becomes of it afterwards. Maybe I should try to brush my teeth with baking soda. So it's excess for the climate, excess in terms of violence, excess in terms of food. I mean, food, don't get me started. We advertise for sugar, for processed foods, for fats, for animal products. You switch on the TV, that's all you see. You go to the store, and unless you stay at the periphery of the store, you're gonna get inundated with advertising of colorful, insignificant foods. Fully processed, you can't even understand half of the ingredients on the box. And they're overly packaged or individually packaged. Even those nice organic cereal, the package doesn't even say it's recyclable. So we don't fix that. What can we do? Well, one thing we can do is take care of ourselves. One thing we can do is elevate our awareness and our consciousness. I don't know what I don't know. There may be plenty of things I'm doing that I'm not supposed to do to stop the excess. One thing we can do is make sure that we are calm, grounded, available, giving, caring, curious. So come and tap with me. Because with tapping, we can reduce some of these emotions that are linked to our behaviors. We can change those behaviors by reducing the emotions that trigger those behaviors. And then we can make choices. We can make better choices. We can prevent some of these cravings for meats or animal fats. We can reduce our stress and sense of revenge and be more thoughtful and understanding of the others in general. Maybe we can help people with PTSD, whether veterans or survivors of child abuse, so that they break the circle, so that the next generation doesn't have to go through that, so that we really improve generation after generation. That's what we owe to ourselves. That's what we owe to them. So come and talk with me. We'll make a better world. We'll make the world a better place.